So forgiveness has been huge. It's hard because I know that if I am a Christian, then I am called to forgive those who hurt me. And when I was reading the Bible, I remember I read that, like, you're no better than the people that you're talking about, the, like, wicked people, if you are, like, only forgiving of those who are, like, good to you. Like, okay, even they're like that. Like, literally, you're called to forgive even the people who betray you, even the people who hurt you. Because if you're picking and choosing who you forgive and it's only the people who are kind to you, then, like, okay, everybody does that. So that really stuck out to me. And so I've been really, really, really working on that. And I've made a lot of progress. Some days are like harder than the others. But I can recognize that everybody who hurt me, everybody who betrayed me, like, they are dealing with their own trauma. Like, I know, well, I don't know, because my ex-husband is a pathological liar, so it's like I don't know what was real with him and what was fake. I'm fairly positive, just because his siblings all talked about it as well, that they endured a lot of abuse in their childhood. So what happens when you never heal those childhood wounds? You turn into a narcissist. It's your way of coping. You literally rewrite reality because you can't face it. You have so much shame inside. You feel so bad about yourself that literally you have to project all of that onto other people and literally live in this land of, like, delusion, right? And it's all like preservation of, like, you can't handle your actual shame. So it's like, how can I really, like, hate him or not forgive him for doing what he did to me, knowing that he literally just has that much shame, that much trauma, that much pain that he just didn't heal. And of course, like, it would be nice if you healed, or it'd be nice if, like, your parents are the ones who did that to you. You're super nice to your parents, and then you attack me and put it all on me. But, you know, it is what it is. And the same way that God forgave me, I have to forgive. If I'm expecting God to forgive me, then I need to forgive others. And it's not my place to judge how others heal, because it's literally only by the grace of God that I've healed those wounds. I've carried childhood wounds with me up until this point, and I had to heal. Because like I said, I've been a loner my whole entire life. I've been ostracized. I've been made fun of my whole life. I was bullied pretty much nonstop in high school. Bullied in school, like, nonstop. So, like, you know, I just had to forgive him. Same thing with my sister. She's been through stuff. My parents have been through stuff. So literally understanding that these people are acting out of their own unhealed trauma. These people are acting out of envy and jealousy. And, like, I never, like, thought that I downplay myself a lot. And so I was like, why would they be, like, jealous of me? That's weird. But it's like, I had to, again, with kind of unlearning those things that I had grown to learn about myself, because I was bullied a lot for how I looked in school. So I was like, oh, I'm so ugly. Like, nobody would ever want to look like me. And then, like, my sister's doing this stuff to look like me. So I'm like, this is weird. Like, I had to really see myself for who I truly am and not who people try to tell me I was. Or, like, all the things that I've accomplished just seem like normal. But then, like, most people are like, we don't know very many people who have accomplished what you have, like, professionally and academically. So a lot of envy, a lot of jealousy. And again, I understand it. So I've learned to forgive. I don't hate anyone. I'm not bitter. I don't want bad things for any of the people who have harmed me, and it makes me sad because they're putting themselves, they're like doing so many things, they're committing so many crimes and just doing so many horrible things that you do reap what you sow, and like God has to get your attention some way. And unfortunately it's gonna like not be a pleasant experience. And literally I pray for the people who have harmed me, because I want them to understand that literally they're being used by the devil. Like they're literally being used by Satan. We don't wrestle flesh and blood. Like it's, principalities, it's spirits, it's the kingdom of darkness, and literally they're listening to the lies of the enemy, and it makes me sad that they think that money or clout or any of those things are going to bring them the peace that they want or the joy that they want, because the only way you're going to get that is through God. I don't care, because the peace and the joy that I have is not dependent on circumstances. There's no amount of money that's going to bring me peace or joy. I don't care. So I pray all the time. And again, I just want to like reiterate, I have no ill will. I don't want bad things. I don't, any of those things on the people who betrayed me. I forgive them. I know that it's their own stuff. It has nothing to do with me, and I can separate the two. Also, I just really wanted to think of like how, again, like all this, why did God allow me to go through like such a crazy experience? And really, I feel like he has brought like my purpose through the pain. Like he does not waste pain. There's a reason for it all. And for me, like all the things that I've experienced have really opened my eyes up, and I feel like given me purpose in life, and seeing what it's like to be an abuse victim and how literally nobody cares. There are no resources for abuse victims, and living in a shelter and seeing people who work every day who still are homeless and living in a shelter, and just how they're treated. Like it really opened my eyes up to so much like injustice, how people are treated, and I just want to make sure that I am, doing everything I can for marginalized communities, for abuse victims, for, people who don't get the support, don't get the resources, and just don't get like a fair shot at life. So a lot of that. I did actually start a business, and it's kind of born from my experience plus like my professional experience. So it's called The Flourish Path, and I only work with women. And it's really about just becoming your best self. So holistically, what does that look like? Of course, like if you own a business, I spent 12 years in corporate. 10 of those years were, business ops. So looking at financial statements, refining websites, marketing, advertising, go-to-market plans, pricing, inventory management, personnel, you name it. I've like had my hands in it, and then I spent 2 years in marketing, advertising, training. So I help entrepreneurs, like women entrepreneurs, because I know how women are treated in business. I help women entrepreneurs with just like really understanding the fundamentals of business and like really refining their business. But also like makeup's my thing. And so makeup tips, makeup recommendations, fashion tips, fashion recommendations, because I know that like when I look good, I feel good and I perform better. So I want people to like be able to do that. And I've always been very frugal. I'm really good at finding a sale. I'm really good at making things that aren't expensive look more expensive than they are. So that's like the stuff that I help with on my website. Also, since I was in the car business, I give tips and tricks on like how to like find good deals on cars. Like I'm known for being able to find amazing deals on cars because I know all the secrets. So all of that's free. It's just resources. So I feel like if I had not gone through this, I probably would have stayed like in a safe spot of having a job and not like going into my purpose. And I'm gonna grow the flourish path into more, and I really want to get more into kind of like the spirituality and just kind of like healing from trauma because I'm pretty experienced in that. So it's going to continue to grow, but that's what it is now.